Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 409th Knowledge Seekers Workshop here on Thursday, December 2nd, 2021. This is a broadcast of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute Education Department and part of the public teachings in English. My name is Rick Crammond. I'll be a host once again in these weekly Knowledge Seekers Workshops. And once again, we are joined with Mr. Mehran Keshe of the Keshe Foundation, who is, as usual, eager and ready to begin today's teaching. Hello, Mr. Keshe.
Good morning, good day to you. As usual, whenever you listen to this series of Knowledge Seekers of the Keshe Foundation Spaceship Institute, we welcome you back in a beautiful, what we call winter day in Northern Hemisphere, and hopefully in the coming time, when time comes, we talk about the weather in other part of the universe and what we see in the public teachings. It's not far from where we be very soon, and hopefully our knowledge seekers and scientists within the next 5 or 10 years will take us across this universe in different ways and through different experiences. The humanity is getting ready for that change, for that, what I call opening, for us to see what's on the other side. What is beyond the village of earth? What is actually for us to come to be, to enjoy, and to be part of? What is stored for mankind once he solves all his problems? It'll be a fantastic time, evolution in the course of the knowledge, a revolution in understanding a new way of living. Understanding physicality is not the only option, and understanding that physicality is only to what I call registered memories of the physical dimension. Human race is in for a big surprise. As we develop, as we extend, as we bring in new dimensions of understanding, we all be surprised by what has been in front of us and we have missed. What has been part of us and we never understood. What has been an extension to the knowledge we always had, but we never knew we possess. It's like living in a dual life. We always looked at the physicality side, but we never understood the dimension of what I call information of the universe, which is as our grasp, which is part of our life. I always said mankind lives in a schizophrenic life, in a dimension of physicality, and then it calls the other side a dream, because it is a dream. To be able to get to the other part of the universe by instant thinking and have it visualized and seeing it, or being next to your mother who died years ago, but now you're in touch with the soul and you physically see her, is a dream. But these dreams will become reality. Once the man understands, he leaves both dimensions. He has to understand, I manifest myself in a dimension of physical life to enjoy the physicality and the position. Doesn't matter on earth or another dimension in the universe, but the central part, which is the soul, is expanded and it touches and travels the span of the universe unconditionally. Mankind is for us the biggest surprise when mankind sees what is in store. In a simple way, in Keshe Foundation systems and technologies, enhancement units and others which will come, we try to introduce you more and more to this new dimension, to the dimension that we know, but we have never realized that it's been part of us. What I call, you call it a dream. Man in a physical dimension kills. Man in the physical dimension creates wars. Man in the physical dimension does everything else. But in the dimension of the freedom of the soul, none exists. And this is what man will understand. to live in the dimension of physicality, the same as dimension of the soul of the man. In so many ways, mankind is in for a bigger shock in understanding the new, what I call himself, what has been in it and what has been missed by it. And in so many ways of understanding, man has become to understand the true nature of the man in the essence of the soul of the man. Mankind will learn in the coming time that he can live in both dimensions, physical and the soul. Soul will ask the physicality, touch it, let's see how it feels. And then the physicality looks at it, touches it, and the soul of the man feels it. This is what has been missing, and we have created the brain to filter this, the emotion of the physicality. But now the man's soul has access to the totality of the emotion and the soul of the man in the dimension of physicality, as much as the soul of the physicality and the emotion of physicality has access to the soul and the dimension of the emotion of the soul. Then the unison's condition of the soul and emotion will create new dimensions, will create new feelings, will create new essence of living that man never knew. In the coming time, as we introduce more and more enhancement units, developments, we take you to that position. We bring you to see the reality. We bring you to understand the scope of life in the essence of dimensions of the unicos, not the dimension of the earth. But man has to be educated first, that when he goes out, does not create mayhem for himself and the others. The essence of the creation is the love of the creator who is created. And in so many ways, that essence will manifest itself in the coming time for man to see. In a way, we try to teach how to be the same as the creator, not just by word, not by through fear at the end of the world and the day of calamity, but by the day of joy, and in a way rejoicing in to understand that we feel what he feels and we live the way he lives. He being ourselves in the essence of the soul of the man, and in essence being the connector and the connection to the soul of the creator. The creator does not live in the dimension of the physicality, but through the essence of his created things, carries, understands, and feels the emotion of the dimension of physicality. In the coming time, in the teachings to come, we will teach you how to get in touch with, to become, to be part of the essence of the emotion of the creator through the creation of the contact with the soul of the man. For many of you, these are words, but so many of you gradually will touch it and then you understand. Some of you listen to the teachings, some of you feel the teachings, and some of you have already heard it through the essence of the soul of the creator. As I said before, when we teach what all created in the universe, not in the essence of the word, but in the essence of the emotion, of the feeling of the teaching. And many of you will start learning that way and actually listening to the word. The words are, in a way, putting it in the pigeonholes. This is where it has to be. This is what this new emotion connects to. And this is what I am, what I'll be, and what and how I'm going to enjoy the time. The essence of the creation is not for man to have a good time and rob and steal and rape. The essence of the creation is to enjoy, to be able to give, to share, to be able to deliver the knowledge of the creator through the knowledge of the creation he has created. Mankind in time will come to understand. We go to work to live. In the coming time, we go out to teach in all dimensions of the creation, as we know whatever man needs in the point of the, some what I call it, creation and created will be available to him. This is the difference. Man, many of you ask, what are we going to do when everything is done, the peace comes, and there is nothing whatever? The job of the man is through the soul of the man to become the universal teachers, to become the essence of sharing the knowledge of the Creator, becoming that mirror which reflects the beauty of the light of the Creator. This is what most of what we call the pure stars in the universe do. They don't shine from within, they shine from the surface to reflect the beauty of the light of the Creator. In many ways, mankind will mature to this knowledge in time when he is mature to understand the existence of his soul. Then his soul becomes the mirror of the knowledge of the Creator. Understanding this will bring a new dimension to man. There will be no need for factories to go to work for. There is no need to worry about what the next day will bring, because the day never finishes to have another day. Having another day and another next year and whatever does not exist in the dimension of Creator, because all of it is so joyful that there is no end to the day. We live through the dimension of the soul. The souls do not know day and night. The souls do not have time to rest. The souls do not create condition of mayhem, where the dimension of physicality does. I made man in the image of myself, which means you become the reflector of my essence of creation. In so many ways, mankind will become to understand the truth about the Creator. With it, will understand about himself. Will understand what it means to be, to live, not to go to work to survive, but to go to work to give life to the others. Days never finishes, days never started. Is one continuous life of joy. Is one continuous life of giving and sharing. In a way, you already know this. Your soul never sleeps. The physicality needs to recover. But when you're asleep, as the soul works and is interact with you and your dimension of physicality, you call it a dream. The dreams are the work of the soul of the man. The dreams are reality, but the man never knew how real it is. The dream of the man to achieve has already been achieved by the soul of the man. Many of you will come to understand this. We see this growth in the sides of the elevation of the understanding of the man in number of knowledge seekers, which gradually will reach to become that shining star, to become the reflector of the light of the Creator. Gradually, this will bring the others. We'll see pretenders. We see those who stay to the dimension of physicality because it gives them the dimension of understanding. We see what the mankind will achieve in the coming time is to become the messengers, the lights of the message of the knowledge of the Creator, as they have the access to both dimensions, like all other creatures of the Creator in the time to come. In so many paths the man will take will bring him to one point, is a circle. You can live in the dimension of the Adam, or you can live in the dimension of the Eve. But you have the facility to be in both dimensions, where the soul of the Adam and Eve becomes the dimension of the emotion of the universe, in how we feel, in how we reflect the dimension of the existence. Mankind in time to come will be mature to understand the totality of the work. In so many paths the man will take will bring him to one position and one dimension. In the past, you've been taught about different religions, but at the end, it all brings you to one Creator, to the God, to whatever you might call it. To what we know is mankind will become to understand the difference between the reality of the time and the eventuality of the existence in the dimension of the time, where the time is non-existence, but the soul of the man creates that dimension of existence. This is one of the biggest mysteries of the universe, where the time doesn't exist, but by bringing the dimension of the no timeless into the dimension of physicality, which creates time for it. This is the beauty of the creation. The essence of the creator is still at the point of his creation, where the man has created the time of whatever he likes. When he brings it into the dimension of physicality, mankind has to become the children of God. Then he understands that the time does not exist in the dimension of the creator. Is the man or the dimension of physicality which creates a dimension of time and a space. I have said many times, if the universe did not have time, our scientists would not have said that the universe is expanding. It cannot expand if it isn't an extra room for it to expand into. And that room is the love of the creator, is the emotion of the existence, where its love converts into the matter of condition of the physicality, in the shape of the universes, in the shape of the man. The shape of the man in so many pathways is the same as the existence of the universes, is the emotion of the creator, the essence of the soul of the man in interaction with the dimension of physicality of this structure, what we call our earth, create the dimension of the physicality of the man. Man does not exist unless it interacts its soul with the soul of the planet, which creates the physicality of the man. So is the same. The soul of the man in interaction with the soul of the creator creates that dimension of the physicality. Mankind has to become kind to itself to understand how kind the creator has been to the man. Then we understand the totality, the knowledge, and the essence of the creation. We are the creators of space and time when we convert the love of the creator into the dimension of physicality. The soul of the man within the womb of the mother does not take shape, dimension, and the shape of the physicality till it interacts with the soul of the mother. And the soul of the mother itself interacts with the soul of the existence of the creator and the created, which is the child. Within, but conformity, understanding, but the dimension of the soul of the creator, preserving the space and time for man in the dimension. Then we understand the universe is timeless. The universe, the creator, has no time, as at all time is at the point of its what we call creation. It's a fountain of fields, it's a fountain of energy, and in so many ways regurgitates. I said this once to a child. You stand by a fountain and you see forever the fountain splits and spills the water. But where does it come from? It's the same water. When it falls, it goes back in the pool and again comes as a fountain. This is the essence of the creation and the creator. The pool has no time and space, but in a way holds the totality. And when the jets from the what we call the fountain spills the water up, it gives it the dimension and the beauty of how it looks. And then when it joins the water, it still is the water. We see it as the pool. The pool is the essence of the creation and the creator. And in so many ways, the drops from the fountain are the time lapse that each drop becomes one wall of existence on its own till it joins back into the pool. There is no difference between that and the essence of the creation. The totality is the creator. And the earth, the what we call galaxies and universes, are those little bubbles of water which spew out and have a time when it goes back and it becomes no time, but it joins the pool. When mankind understands this essence of creation, mankind becomes wise to understanding the totality. When you are within, you are one. I'm part of. But at some point, I become separated by essence of the creation, and I'll return and go back to. This is the same with the essence of the creation of the soul of. We are that little bubble of water which spews out of this fountain. And in time, it has its time, its joy. It takes its own dimension and shape, and then returns back to the totality. Mankind soon will understand this and strives to go back to the pool than being on its own in the dimension of a drop. That drop, which literally drops back into the ocean of the creation. Maybe, might be. We hope man, through the education of his soul, will understand this and understand the difference between the creation and the creator. Many ways, what you strive to have is what you already have, that you forgot totally, that is already been given. There is no need for striving. There is no need for doing things that could be wrong. But it will bring the essence of the creation. It brings the dimension of understanding. It brings the totality. I have to take a break for 1 second. I have to answer an emergency call.